Oh, my mic was muted. Well, hello, and welcome to the Bigger Show. Just realized my mic was muted. Oh well. Welcome into session 97. I'm going to give a little recap here, get our players in. We're going to jump in as our players are in the process of hunting down some aspects and making a stopover in the nation of Aralani. And, just a few side questy things, but let's jump in here, get that recap going, and see where we're headed today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. Alright, so jumping back into today. Over the course of the last session, we saw you guys wrapping things up in the Mirror of Dead Men and beginning to make your way towards some of these other aspect locations. You were given some more precise destinations to head towards. You were given a couple towns, some big cities across the Sword Coast, and even one overseas. You learned of a town called Kreider to the south, also Baldur's Gate, which is south, a little past the town of Kreider even. Another to the south even further was a city called Sinalise. So you guys had set your sights on maybe heading down the coast and knocking those out. You were also told of a city called Vale, far to the northeast on the Sword Coast, and even a town called Westrun, which was across the ocean to the west. So as you guys began to make your way towards your first layover in the great city of Aralani, you came across some kind of familiar tracks that you guys had seen and identified on your way to the mirror the first time, though this time they seemed to be heading towards Aralani. So keeping an eye out as you were traveling and making your way that way anyways, you eventually came across a couple of interesting creatures lurking in the woods outside of town. You kind of tracked them down and made an attempt to go after them, because you knew at this point that they were devilish entities and didn't really belong here. And as you lured them out and began to fight with them, you realized that these were some creatures from folklore generally called Wendigos or Wendigos. You managed to take out the pair that you had met, though you recalled that in following the tracks there had actually been 3 sets of prints, one of which had turned into what seemed to be more of a human type foot and had joined the cart path on the route to Aralani. So making an assumption that there was probably another one and that they were able to shapeshift, this one was probably camouflaging itself as a citizen. And you guys were going to keep an eye out as you stopped over to see if maybe you could snuff this person out and see what was going on. So you guys made your way in towards Aralani, having also found a room key on the body of one of the Wendigos. You managed to track it down to a tavern or an inn where they had been staying. Using the key to gain access to the room, you found a little bit more information. It seemed like at least one of the 3 had been posing as a human of some sort, or humanoid, to mask their intentions here in town. And it seemed like the other 2, the 2 that you had dealt with, spent their times as other animals while in the city. Probably some sort of domesticated beings like dogs or cats, it seemed, was their guise while in the city. Though they were gone now, so it just left the one that blended in a little better. So you guys decided to kind of stake out the room, see if maybe you could figure out where they were, what they were up to. You had also taken some time around town to purchase some items, finding a neat new legendary item that, once attuned, gave Callie a few extra pounds and a little more hunger. And had also helped Aiden in making a bid on his family home that he had inexplicably lost due to some shenanigans a few weeks ago with some cards. Yeah, and kind of set up a stakeout, a little sting operation. Through the rest of that evening, kind of going into night a little bit, you guys attuned items and kept watch. Callie, using the new item she had to cast the spell Scry, to scry on this last remaining Wendigo or what have you to see if she could locate him, see if she could get some more information. You found that he was lurking outside. He seemed to have had an eye on you guys through an open window, having spotted Bink's head as he was keeping an eye out through the window. You guys, well, Callie at least, saw that he spoke to somebody in some fashion, maybe through sending or an invisible being. You're not really sure, but he seemed to be communicating that he felt that he was being followed and that somebody had maybe figured out who he was and was telling someone else that he needed to get out. You guys, getting this information from Callie, wasted no time in getting outside to try and see if you could intercept this individual. Unfortunately, as you arrived in the alleyway, you did not find any immediate trace of this individual. You didn't see where they might have gone, though you do know where they had been. So that's where we're going to pick up. So, for stream purposes, I'll let you guys know that we talked amongst the players, and this side quest was kind of set up for one of our players who's not going to be here since this was their hometown. So we've adjusted the quest a little bit, so apologies if it doesn't flow 100% as well as what we were going into, but that's how D&D works. You make do with what you got, and we turn it into a story. So, picking up here, we find all of you in an alleyway in the evening here in the city of Aralani, having just vacated a room that you were staking out to try and follow this shape-shifting devilish entity through the town to see what they were up to, what was going on, who they were, what they were doing, why they were here. You find yourselves in the alley with no immediate other individuals or other beings here with you. So let's go ahead and kick it off with a roll. If you guys could all just make either an investigation or a perception check for me.
First roll of nice, pretty good.
Nice.
Woohoo.
Alright, Bink, you want to toss one out for me?
Yes, sir. You know what? Shock. Gotta load it up because for some reason it is loading still. Okay, let me just restart the page.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. No, wrong. God dang it. And pretend that's a +6. It's a +6 instead of a +6.
Bink is persuading the DM to say it's good enough.
I'm persuading the DM to give me a -2 to that roll.
Well, hey, I'm fine with that.
Perception's a +6 instead of a +8, so I got a 15.
Okay. Were you going for perception or investigation?
I think probably perception.
Perception. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's start with the one investigation check from Callie.
Which is not very good.
So Callie, you're being a little more physical, kind of getting down, taking a look, seeing physically if there's anything to follow.
Tasting the dirt.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you don't come up with much. You do see some footprints that look fairly recent, and it seems like they kind of head back towards what you guys would know is maybe one of the main streets. So, with that check, just kind of looking at them, you gather that it wouldn't be impossible to try and tail this individual. Though you gather it would be pretty tough, but you guys could maybe spend some time trying to accomplish that should you choose. But the rest of you, particularly Zanzidar, I think you pick up on this first with a natural 20 for a 26.
Yowza.
You notice, you notice a couple things almost immediately. You see a couple slips of paper that seem to not be covered in dirt, not be covered in dust, so you gather that they might have been dropped here pretty recently. Not too far from where Callie had let you know that this gentleman was. You see, one of them seems to be kind of crumpled with some faded text, but the other seems to be maybe what was once a sealed letter, but you can see that the seal has been broken. And they're just kind of laying on the ground.
Reach down, pick it up, and read.
Okay. So the first thing you find, the easiest one, is the crumpled piece of paper. You kind of uncrumple it and you look at it a little bit, and it, because you had such a good perception, you picked up on it quickly. You're able to see some runes and just a little bit of faint magical aura on this paper as it kind of dissolves or disappears, leaving behind no trace on the paper. If you could make an Arcana check for me.
Okay.
22.
Okay.
Goodness.
You gather that this piece of paper had some sort of enchantment on it. And the enchantment that you gather it had was creating a spell scroll. So it seems like this particular piece of paper itself was not a spell scroll, but you gather the magic that it was imbued with probably allowed this person to quickly craft one, or maybe pull a spell scroll from somewhere to have on them. Now, the second thing that you see is a letter. And the first thing that you notice about it is there was a wax seal that seems to have been broken in order for it to be open. And this wax seal has a crest on it. Anybody looking at it with Zan could make a history check for me.
What's the seal actually look like, though?
That's a great question. You see that it is basically, it seems like a coat of arms. So it has some sort of like family crest. You see a shield and like a couple swords. It's fairly bland. It doesn't look like anything super special or super unique. But it just has some scrolling text that you can see is some sort of ancient draconic, talking, just little words and symbols like strength and determination. It just kind of seems like a pretty bland family crest. And with that history check, that's probably about what you get out of it, too. You just kind of look it over, and it really just strikes you as this was somebody somewhere used their crest ring or signet ring or whatever to seal this wax letter. You're not really sure if there's any hidden meaning, or you're not even sure what family it might belong to. It's just kind of there, and it's not abnormal for that to happen, so it's pretty easy for you to just pass it off as somebody sealed the letter, and it was probably from stationery at their house or whatever.
Gotcha.
But opening the letter, you can see inside that there's some script. It's written in Infernal, and as you begin to try and dissect it, I don't know if you speak Infernal or not, but you would have at least enough inclination at this point in the adventure to recognize that the words that are being written are also written in Thieves' Cant.
I can read that, though.
Cool. So the little bits and pieces that you pick up seem to be mentioning a package or some sort of collateral or something physical, something being transported. And you see that it's also a missive. You see a request, I guess, for a drop-off. You see that this letter is indicating that whomever was holding it was intended to be in Baldur's Gate tomorrow.
Okay. So from what I remember is like Bink ran downstairs, opting not to jump out of the window because he had a bad experience last time with that.
Yeah, right.
Where's Callie at? Oh,
Currently on hands and knees in front of you, sniffing footprints.
okay.
Makes sense.
I don't think you're gonna get anything out of the footprints, Callie, but being that we're from the same guild, this has thieves' cant in it. Do you want to try and look at it?
I was gonna try to come up with some. Does the rooster cackle at the snow in the springtime?
I would have no idea.
I think you're rusty. Sure, I'll take a read.
So, Callie, taking it from Zan and looking it over yourself, do you speak Infernal?
I do. And read. Infernal, yes.
Okay. So I'll say some of the things that you pick up is this definitely seems to be written by a devil. For a devil. And so with the knowledge you have already of the Wendigo, you can assume they are a devilish entity, and it kind of makes sense that they might be working with some of the other devils that might have creeped into this plane. As far as what's behind the words and the things here, you're gathering that you don't pick up any more information about what the package is, other than it's definitely something physical, some sort of supplies or some sort of material thing. You're not getting any sort of inclination through the words they're using that it is something living. It's definitely something they're gathering or finding, or a resource of some sort. And yeah, that's about the only additional information you would glean, other than this was definitely written by a devil.
Okay. I will relay that this seems to be a communication. We're on the right track, I think. If we're following devils, this is from a devil to a devil. So, somewhere betwixt, I think we'll find what we're looking for.
Well, it said something about a package. Do you think that he left with the package? Or do you think there's some hidden door or something within this room that this package is locked up in?
Well, I don't know, but it doesn't hurt to check. Or do I know? Does it sound like he left with the package?
I would say you could go back to the room and make an investigation check.
Alright, that sounds like fun. Calliope will climb up the wall to get back in the window. Assuming we're headed that way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were we out of... We were downstairs out in the alley, or were we still in the room?
No, you guys were out in the alley.
I thought we were still in the room. So, that's my bad.
It's all good.
Like, she's climbing
Climbing the walls.
Where? Demon! Swat it down!
I'm just...
I found him.
I'm demonstrating.
But yes, Callie, you can very easily and very nimbly and quickly make your way back into the room. If you'd like to give me an investigation check,
Okay.
we'll see if maybe you can uncover anything else now that you have something you might be looking for.
You got it.
Does that mean Bink is like standing right next to me, or did he chase after the perk?
No, I was standing next to you.
Oh, okay.
I think Lalia had probably just made it to outside.
Yeah. As Callie
Frickin'
runs back
stairs.
inside.
Oh my god. So that is a natural 20 for Calliope on investigation for a 28.
Nice. So
Yeah.
with that roll, as you're looking around the room, you do recall that you had pulled some stuff out from under the bed previously, some clothing and things like that. And your senses kind of lead you back to that area. And so as you're kind of getting back down on your hands and knees again, sniffing, licking, doing whatever Callie wants to do, you do find underneath the bed, you can see on the wooden planks of the floor, going against the grain, some very heavy scratch marks where maybe some sort of heavy, large parcel had been stored here and was probably either often removed and put back, and maybe more likely quickly taken out, given the grooves and the scratches are pretty deep, and
Okay.
it looks fairly new. You don't see any grime or muck that has kind of gathered in the grooves that you would see on the rest of the planks around it.
Oh, alright. But the space itself is empty.
Yes.
Okay. Is everybody else waiting outside? Or have you started coming back in?
I think Zan would be talking to Lalia as soon as she got out. Can you track this person? I mean, you're kind of good at that, and you are faster than anyone else.
On flat terrain, you are not wrong. Track him? I could try. Are these his footprints over here?
Bink, are those his footprints?
I look at the footprints. Yes.
Is there anything Lalia could do to figure out if she could track them?
You could make a survival check.
Guidance.
Hey. $28.
Okay. As you're kind of staring them and you're following them, and you get back to kind of the main thoroughfare, you gather kind of the general direction that he headed when he joined the thoroughfare. But once you get there, it's kind of more cobblestone, less
Gotcha.
dirt, so there's less physical tracks to follow. You gather that trying to just use the tracks to try and track this individual down would be very difficult. Magical means could maybe assist you, but you're gathering that just trying to follow it would be difficult.
Well, he's gonna turn around and say, "This is why I hate cities. This is so dumb. How are you supposed to follow someone when there's no dirt for them to step in?"
I don't know.
Can
don't
I
have
call
the
Peter
spells.
over to see if he can sniff him out?
Yeah, you could have Peter make that'd be a survival check as well.
Let me see. Survival's tied to wisdom. How much wisdom does he have? Peter got +1 for wisdom.
He can do it. Go, Peter, go.
Yeah, 16, so +1, 17.
Okay. Peter kind of coming down and investigating, trying to use his nose. He's no bloodhound, unfortunately, and there's just too many smells in this city, especially through this main area where there's food vendors and all these small shops and carts and things, and just hundreds of people that pass through. He's not really picking up a solid trail that way.
I think back over the sending stones. Callie, did you find anything?
She's right behind you. She's climbed back down through the walls. Nope, but I found where he was storing it.
Oh, so you took it with him.
I think so. Though it looked really heavy. So he must have a way to transport it.
How heavy is it?
Heavy enough to groove the floor. Or maybe it's just sharp. Anyway, I think he's gonna have some extra fines and fees on his room.
Oh, definitely. I just look around and I'm like,
That's actually a good
Yeah.
idea. Think Zan will start walking back in towards the front desk.
Mhm.
Hello, I need some information.
You see a kind of older-looking dwarven gentleman kind of pushes his glasses up, being that it's a little late, and kind of looks at you a little bleary-eyed. What can I get for you, young man?
I am tracking down a illegal citizen, and he just escaped. Could I have his name, please?
I'm not really sure what you mean by illegal citizen. There's nobody that's not allowed to live here, but unfortunately, I can't give out the names of my clientele. You see, there's a bit of a privacy barrier there, you know.
Um, ooh. See, this is difficult now because we don't have freaking. I'm with the town guard.
Do you have disguise self?
Make a persuasion check. Or make either a persuasion or a deception check.
30.
Oh,
my
Lord.
God.
Says, well, that's all and wonderful. Well, if that's the case, I'd be more than happy to turn over any information to make sure that the city's running smoothly, young man. May I just have your badge, please?
Yeah, one sec.
As Bink is just gonna like tap into like basically hold out, like bring his hand from behind him as Bink casts his cantrip's minor illusion to pull magically pull out a badge for him as he pulls his hand from behind.
Okay. As you pull this out, I'm assuming passing it through Zanzidar to the tavern keep. He kind of looks it over and says, well, I haven't seen one like this before, and kind of takes it and just kind of turns it over and says, alright, whatever. I'm not going to make too much of a hissy fit about it. There's too much crap going on anyways. What gentleman was it you're looking for?
Pink, do you remember the number of the room that we were in?
No, give me a sec. I'm gonna go back over to the room to see what the number on the door said.
Yep. You quickly make your way over and you come back with the information. I don't remember exactly what room we said, but it wasn't super important. I think it was 13
Yes, I think
or
so.
113.
13. 113.
Says, oh yes, that interesting feller with the two ugly dogs.
Sir, those were Wendigo.
Who?
Basically devils that eat people.
Oh, you town's guard and your funny stories. That's all right. Well, let me see here. He said, he said his name was Grendel Beowulf.
Okay.
Grendel Beowulf?
Yeah, Grendel Beowulf. That's a right weird name there. I'm pretty sure his canines were dogs and not wolves, so I don't really understand if that was a family name or something. They might have gone wrong at some point, but that's what he gave me. Not anything I'd ever heard before.
And what could you tell me about this crest that's on the letter that I have here?
He takes a look at it and says, well, there's no crest from around here. And given the sword and the two shields, I don't know, I'm guessing that's someone over in Baldur's Gate if I had to guess.
Oh. Okay.
It's none of the royal family, I can tell you that much.
It's not the royal family. Okay.
No, theirs have some fancy little doodads added in, so.
Has there been any other people coming in here with weird dogs?
All the time. I mean, we get farmers and passerbys that have sheep dogs, and every now and then they have a dog show in town, and you get some real weird ones then. Fat ones, skinny ones, long ones, short ones.
About any other ones that look like the ones that this guy was having with him?
I don't know, those were pretty unique. I don't remember seeing any like that before.
Good.
I mean, it kind of looked like wolves, but at the same time, it kind of looked like like a dachshund or something. It was weird. Whoever made those was not very artistic or something. I don't know.
And if this person were to be running from the town's guard, do you have any idea where he would go to next?
Well, I ain't got a darn clue. The fella just asked for a room and paid me for a week.
For a week.
Yeah, I don't really get into personal business with my clients. As long as they're paying me, I don't give a damn.
How long did he stay? When did he check in?
Well, it was about 3 days ago, I think.
So he's somewhere in the city. Well, thank you for all the information. That does help us a lot.
My pleasure. Anything to help the town's guard. I know you guys got a lot on your plate with the queen missing and all that. Say, since you're here though, I got those pigs out back. I think a couple of them been going missing, and I think somebody's been stealing some of my food back there. Would you guys mind checking that out?
I suppose we can walk back there and take a look.
All
Yeah,
right.
you check that out for you.
But again, like you said, pigs and missing food aren't high on our priorities list, considering the queen is missing.
Yeah, well, I get that, but you gotta take care of your citizens too, don't you? I mean, there's no problem too small for Aralani Town Guard. Ain't that your motto?
Is that our motto, Bink?
That is our motto. If we don't help, then we're bitches.
Alright.
That's our motto.
Guess we shouldn't be bitches then.
That's the guard code right there.
Better not be bitches then.
Alright, let's check out these thingy.
As you guys make your way out the back door and you kind of check out the pig area, you do see that there is just like a little housing area for some pigs. You see there's about 3 or 4 of them in there. Go ahead and make an investigation or a perception check for me.
Natural 20 again.
Wow. Goodness.
So just kind of surveying the area, you do see some crates and things that appear to have been ripped open. They've kind of been like haphazardly put back together at this point, but you can see where something or someone had definitely gotten into them. But kind of looking at some of the rails and looking at some of the footprints and things near this sty, it definitely looks reminiscent of the Wendigo tracks and the Wendigo claw marks that you had followed into town. So kind of gathered that while they were staying here, they might have yanked a couple pigs for dinner or something.
So you know that client we were talking about?
Are you going back inside or are you just talking to the wall?
Oh, I thought the clerk walked out with us.
Nah, he's got shit to do.
Okay, I'll walk back inside.
Alright. As you walk back inside, you see he kind of sits up straight again. Well, what'd you find out?
So, the client we're chasing down,
Well,
his dogs got into your pig cage.
I knew there was something screwy with them damn dogs.
Well, don't worry about those dogs. We put them down.
Well, somebody had to. Them things was ugly. They shouldn't have been allowed to reproduce. Well, I guess that's one mystery solved.
Yeah. If you had such a bad feeling about those dogs, why'd you let them into your establishment?
Well, has he paid me? I'm not gonna turn down a paying customer. You know how crazy times are right now? I need all the money I can get.
How much should they pay you?
Yeah, it's 5 gold a night per room, and he paid for. Let me check my book here. He paid for 5 days, so he gave me 25 gold, and he gave me an extra tip of an extra 5 to make sure that he had, breakfast.
So, I'll give you 10 platinum if you don't take in any more shady visitors.
Yeah, I'll close my doors for a whole week for that money.
Alright. Also, if that fellow comes back, make sure you tell the town guard that he's here so we can apprehend him.
Well, I'll be sure to pass it on.
Thank you.
You hand him 10 platinum pieces.
Yep.
He puts it in his pocket and you see he kind of shouts over his shoulder, Hey, Matilda! Matilda, get out here! And you see a female dwarf comes walking out. He says, Hey, We got enough money to retire. Go tell everybody they gotta get out of here. You see, sir, are we gonna give them refunds? Fuck no. Tell them to get out. Town guard ordered it. Tell them the town guard said they gotta go. All right. He looks back at you. Well, thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Yeah, you too. Alright. Zane will start walking out.
Everybody else with him?
Yeah, I think Lolly and Calliope stayed outside for that whole exchange.
Gotcha. So you guys hear the shouting and you watch Zan walk back out with a fake badge in his hand.
Mm-hmm. Lolly's over there like, so how is it that you are able to climb the wall? Show me that again. Alright, one more time.
You realize you're not going to be able to do that, right?
Not going to be able to do what?
Climb the wall.
Yeah, you do not believe in me. Mr. Debbie Downer over here. You can't do anything. Yada yada.
You think, like, if your movement speed is like super slow going down and upstairs, you think you're going to be able to climb the wall?
Lolly
And then
casts.
how are you going to climb the wall? Like, if you're climbing with your top half, your bottom half is going to be sticking out, right?
As he talks, Lolly casts Spider Climb and then just walks up the side of the building, flipping off Zanzidar the whole way. Does a little bit of moonwalking.
You almost look like a signpost that's moving up and down the wall, Lalia.
Yeah, that signpost says "Get wrecked."
To talk about get wrecked, Zane will pop out his wings and just fly up. How about that?
See, I would join you, but my wings are more temporary. They're an important resource. I could do this most of the day.
Oh, okay. Well, after you get done playing, meet us back downstairs.
Where are we headed next?
I don't know yet. Zan flies back down. That was good thinking, Bink.
Thank you. You too for the guard part.
Thanks. I'm surprised we pulled that off.
Yeah, I just made whatever badge I just saw all around. Maybe a late bottle. I don't know. I just made whatever. Good thing you didn't care too much about it.
Right. So what do you think? You want to track down this guy, or should we move on to the next city?
I say we might as well track him down.
Yeah. Because, I mean, that was pretty fun. I'm sure there are other hotels within the city that we could probably shake down like that.
Okay, well let's not put them out of business now. Because I'm pretty sure there'd be no more inns at that point. Let's not give them money like that. I think we just put one inn out of its business. So yeah.
Well, I mean, if we shut them all down, he'll have nowhere to hide as well.
Yeah, but then nobody's got anywhere to sleep. That's business to town.
Zanzidar single-handedly ends tourism in Aralani.
mean, we'd probably be able to fish them out within a short amount of time, but at what cost?
Right.
I mean, we do know where he's going, right?
Exactly.
Oh,
That's
you
why we
mean
don't really need to
Baldur's
put
Gate?
out all the businesses if we know where he's kind of going.
Yeah. If he's got to deliver this package by, tomorrow?
Yep.
By tomorrow, he's got to get stepping.
He can't stay dormant forever.
True. That's a big town, though.
Yeah, but you forgot we also have a griffin that has eagle sight.
Yeah. So you think I'll actually walk there?
I can make sure that Peter stays above the city within parameters and he can spot him in the streets.
Okay.
Above
Remember, his
table
eyes are like
question.
binoculars.
Mm-hmm.
Lalia did not see this person, right? The only person who saw him was Calliope?
Yeah.
Okay. Bummer. The wrong person has low creature.
Huh?
I mean, if you have a way of transferring the knowledge from Callie to Lalia.
I don't think we do, not anymore. I got rid of that necklace of mind reading.
Yeah.
We could probably go hunt down like a scroll.
Hunt down a what?
Like a scroll.
Scroll!
Yeah.
I was like, I thought you said a thrall. I was like, what are we
Oh.
gonna do with a thrall? That doesn't sound like a good plan. Just bringing the undead in it. Something's gonna go wrong. I don't think I have a way to get the knowledge. Calliope does have locate object. I don't know if she could focus on a part of his clothing, or if she saw something specific about his, like on his person.
Yeah, I'd say he had a fairly unique outfit.
Okay.
Could probably try and use like that traveling cloak you saw, or probably would have picked up on maybe a weapon or something on his side.
Yeah. I mean, it's free for her to cast this. And it would tell us if he was still within 1,000 feet of Calliope.
Mm-hmm.
So if y'all want me to try that,
Sure.
happy to do so. Saves Peter some flight time. So yeah, Calliope will pull out her new deck,
Mm-hmm.
shuffle it around, and close her eyes and concentrate on the cloak that she saw.
Cool. So as you sit there, and it gives you the direction they're in too.
Let's see. Since the direction to the object's location as long as the object is within 1,000 feet of you. If it's in motion, you know the direction of its movement.
Okay. So as you begin to focus on this spell and begin to kind of reach out your mind to see if you can feel this item attached to this entity, you do begin to pick up a ping kind of towards the edge, not quite 1,000 feet, maybe 800 or 900 feet out of your radius. And it seems to be headed down. It's not moving, but it seems like wherever this object is below the surface of Aralani. So you gather it's somewhere underground at the moment, and quite a ways underground, maybe 100 feet or so. And as you're focusing on it and you're trying to align yourself, kind of looking the direction. It seems the direction that the feet were going, it did kind of continue that way, but it veers just a little bit at an angle going down and to the right from the main path. So you gather this might be some sort of cellar, some sort of dungeon, something below some of the buildings or one of the buildings here in Aralani. And as you're trying to kind of pinpoint maybe exactly which building or which area this might be directly underneath, without notice, without moving beforehand, the item is gone.
So he teleported.
He was underground. Now he's disappeared. Either that or he burned his cloak.
Guess could have done that as well. Would it seem like he went through, like, into the tunnels that we first went into when we came to rescue Aralani?
Make a nature check, I think.
Okay.
I'll assist.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Since I think he was about 15 feet under.
Yeah.
Roughly that direction.
15.
Okay. It seems rather unlikely. Given your knowledge of the way that the catacombs worked and the direction that Callie is kind of pointing, it doesn't seem like it would be an overlapping area. The dungeons seem to mostly sprawl kind of almost directly beneath the castle, and you gather in ancient times when that was the city, it wasn't much bigger than like the castle grounds, maybe a little bit of the first couple of districts. And the way that Callie is pointing is the opposite direction of heading towards the castle, so it's heading away from. So you gather it probably isn't connected to those catacombs.
We'll put it to a vote. What do you guys want to do now? I mean, we could try and go into the thoroughfare, try and find like a sewer or something. That doesn't necessarily mean we'll get to the place where he was. Best case scenario it is. Worst case scenario is he went into a different building and had a way down, which is not linked to the sewers in the town. And then best case scenario would be he burned his cloak and whatnot and is still down there. Worst case scenario is he teleported elsewhere.
Aiden would pipe up at this point and would inform you that the lower districts of the city of Aralani do not have a sewer system.
You.
What?
That's good.
That's from Calliope. Lolly's
But
like,
is
good.
that really good?
Good hardy folk.
You know what I mean?
Who has need for a sewer system?
Like, good for us, man.
Yeah, well, given that the city is built on top of ruins of older cities, it'd be kind of hard to make that work. So,
True.
They haven't quite invented a great sewage system for this area. Some of the higher areas that weren't built on top of ruins do. So some of the higher class districts do have active sewage, but not the area you're in.
Gotcha. Another thing is, if this person, this devil, is working for Tiamat, and we definitely made her an enemy, we will most likely come into contact with them again.
True.
But I'm curious about this package that's going to Baldur's Gate. Because there's no sewer system, would Aiden have any idea where this person was going? I don't think Aiden would, because he was kicked out of the town.
Yeah, I think I'm not going to make a history check without him here. So some general knowledge that Aiden could share with you would just be re-highlighting some things. And that would just be that, you know, you guys have come up against things like this in the past. Cities being built on top of ruins and things like that. So in his mind, it doesn't really seem too far-fetched that a lot of these people could have basements that maybe they uncovered, you know, a pocket of some old building or something. So it's not too far-fetched to believe that he could have found a tunnel or a basement entrance that led to some pocket of an old destroyed ruin underneath of this town. And it's fairly common for stuff like that to be converted or filled in or transformed into just larger basements for some houses. So there's a myriad of places within the city that could be what Callie was sensing.
So unless we go house to house, shaking everything down, trail's kind of gone cold. Not that Zan is opposed to shaking everything down.
Something tells me that is not what Aiden would appreciate us
No.
to do.
Nope. What time of day is it?
Evening. You're probably coming up on 9, 10 o'clock with all the investigating and walking around. And I would say one more piece that I'll give to you guys. Again, sorry, just kind of pulling this out of my ass, so trying to make it coherent. I think another piece that you guys would kind of get through the letters and thing and the thieves' cant is that this seems to be like whatever this entity was doing in this town, it seems like this is a point of an operation. So it's probably an established point and a point that will be here. But you don't gather that anybody else was involved at the moment. So you can kind of piece together that if he did leave, he'll probably eventually be back. But he knows that somebody's following him, so it might be empty for a while. But that it is definitely, it seems like this is some sort of established route or established almost business kind of thing, like an underground thing that is not super prevalent yet because they haven't been here that long, but it seems like this is one of many places that they're probably planning on using for a while. And they definitely know what they're doing.
Yeah. So, what do you guys want to do for the night? I mean, obviously, this person has seen us. They know what we look like. We chased them away, but we don't know if we're still being watched. If we go find a tavern somewhere to spend the night, you know, there's a possibility of being attacked. You guys want to hit the road and then throw up like a mansion, assuming you still have the spell?
Yeah, I can do that.
We'll get Lolly and Callie's input in just a second. They ran to the bathroom.
Both at the same time. Oh, they gotta do
Yep.
the lady thing show. Yeah.
Hey, they're girls. They gotta go together.
The other thing is that if we do go hit a tavern, we could do more investigating in that tavern. Before we lay down.
Well, if I'm being completely honest, I think first and foremost I want to sleep.
Yeah. Or, I mean, technically, we could do all of the above, right? We go to a tavern, we investigate the tavern, we all get the same room, we throw the mansion up in the room. That way, if they get through the door, then they couldn't get through the other door, because Bink can't allow them to get through the other door.
Yeah, they're not allowed in, and I can make it invisible.
Might get attacked.
And then,
Unless they have a high enough level spell that can dispel it and get in.
yeah.
Wait, that's possible?
Yes.
Well, that's not comforting.
But again, that's if they can find it and have a high enough level spell to actually dispel it. But we should be good.
And then, if nothing happens during the night, in the morning, we could give enough money for the hotel to shut down. And then we could leave with him.
Oh my god.
Zane just starts buying up all the establishments.
Right?
Bruce Wayne. This is my city now. Too bad, David.
Just nodding his head as he buys up all the shops.
We just noticed that Aiden starts to laugh in this really awkward way and dyes his hair green and I don't know, man. Something about Aralani changing is getting to him.
You must power. Too much power.
like the idea of it being as secure as we can in the tavern. I don't think there's any harm in doing that. Clearly, we're going to have to find somewhere new to stay since Xandar talked this guy into closing. Regardless.
You do see some people in like nightgowns are being kicked out of the tavern on the street.
Oh, hello. What happened to you fine folks?
Well, I just got rudely woken up and kicked out. Somebody, the town guards closed the tavern.
Oh, those damn town guards.
I know.
You know what you should do?
Freaking cops.
You should, like, paint some signs and march around.
I ain't got the money for that.
How much do you think it would cost?
I don't know. I ain't ever bought painting signs.
Do you think you could get a group of people together to do that?
Well, maybe they keep kicking people out.
How about I give you like 50 gold?
To make some signs?
We can get people together and march around and
Buddy,
be
you
like,
got a deal.
"Ah, these pigs.
Yeah, buddy, you got a deal.
Okay. I'll give them 50 gold.
Says, all right, I'm thinking ATGAB.
What's that stand for?
All town guards are bastards.
You should probably write that. Oh,
Well, that's probably going to take some more signs and some more paint.
I think I gave you enough to get started.
All right.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah, I tried.
Alright. Let's go on to the next motel.
Sorry, had a cough. It didn't take you much longer. There's an inn about every couple blocks or so. So you make your way down the main thoroughfare and you come across another tavern. We'll call this one the Green Dragon.
Oh, they need to rename this.
As you step in, you can see that it's a lively atmosphere. It seems to be one of the nightly hot spots. You can see a lot of townsfolk are in here drinking and kind of chatting it up. You see some dark games in the corner, some people playing chess and card games at tables, and nobody pays you too much mind as you enter, but you do see one person kind of standing at a clerk desk just off to the side of the entrance, kind of pokes their head up. Hey, are you here for drinks or a table, or you looking for sleep?
A bit of everything, probably.
Well, all right. Our rooms are 5 gold a night.
Wow. Fancy place.
Zane will lean closer to the tavern keeper. How much to kick everybody out of here and tell you as the town guard?
What? You trying to start a riot or something?
No.
No.
I mean, we do private events. We usually gotta book them ahead of time, but I guess we want to get everybody out of here in a hurry. I don't maybe 15, 20 platinum pieces will do it.
And then you wouldn't let anybody else in for the night.
Not on purpose. Some of those guys are pretty drunk, though, so there's no guarantees they wouldn't just break the door down.
I could live with that. You said 15 platinum?
Well, 20. And I'll post a guard. I'll have a couple of my boys stand at the door for you.
make sure to tell the people it's the town guard that kicked him out, not me.
All right.
I'll hand over the 20 platinum.
He pockets it, and you see he kind of calls over a few bouncers. You see some pretty big dwarfs, a very large, like Goliath, probably like a Minotaur too. You see they're all pretty beefy, and he says, "All right, boys, town guard just came through, so we gotta close it down for the night. So kick everybody out of here." And the Minotaur kind of looks like, "What? We're only 10 minutes from closing time, anyways. Just do it." You see the bouncers start walking around. "All right, everybody out. Order the town guard. We gotta close it up early." You hear a bunch of groans and grunts and fucking town guard! Oh, ruined the party. Somebody should do something about them assholes. You can see they all start kind of milling out. A couple of them throw back the rest of their drinks and with some mumbled curses start walking out. And then, well, we didn't have anybody stay tonight, so all the rooms are clear. You'll have your choice, but that's it. We'll close it up for tonight for you. Private event.
Awesome. Thanks.
You got it. I'll leave a couple of my boys outside the front door. Make sure none of these idiots try and get back in.
Sounds good.
Are we good to open in the morning, though? I got a lot of people coming for breakfast.
Ask me again tomorrow morning.
All right. Well, have a good evening. As he kind of follows the last few people out. You hear the tavern door close and lock behind you from the outside. You hear him give some instructions to a couple people, and you hear as a couple boards creak as a couple of the bodyguards kind of lean back against him to stand at the front doors.
That's pretty fun, right, guys?
Definitely, but now that you kicked everybody out, I was asking that one fellow what game he was playing, and now I got to figure it out myself.
Oh.
He seemed pretty excited until I asked him what he was doing with the jack and the queen and the king in his hand, and then he got real flustered and kept looking at the guy across from him like...
You hear a shout from outside. "I knew you were cheating, you bastard!"
You should teach him a lesson.
Whack!
I love this town.
Well, there you have it. The tavern is empty. You can see the upstairs. It's like an open ceiling, and you can see the second floor as the rooms kind of line. They all have like a balcony overlooking the drinking area. All the doors are open, just showing that they're all vacant. So you have your choice of rooms for the evening.
There are stairs.
Yep.
This down here looks great. Malia moves a bench over. Pulls a blanket out of her
behind
bag.
the bar and start pouring himself a drink.
You got it.
You want anything, Lolia?
Zanzidar, did you pay for that?
Of course I did.
Alright, well I don't want any. Take a dog.
Oh. Okay.
Calliope slides up on a bar stool in front of you and says, "I'll take one."
One of what?
Aiden sits down next to her. "Chocolate milk."
Aww.
Yeah, okay. Or some chocolate milk, slide it over.
Could you put some vodka in it?
You know how Zane has an elongated face?
Mm-hmm.
He moves closer to Callie and winks with the eye that's away from Aiden.
Perception check. Yep, nope. That was a natural 3. I don't think he's gonna get anything out of that.
Calliope just grins back.
Zane will go ahead and pour a glass of water as well. Here you go, Aiden.
Yep. I'm going to bed.
Alright.
He looks,
Yeah, have a good night.
looks a little defeated, but
Yeah, he's just gonna go up there and drink his fancy
probably.
alcohol.
He got the good stuff in his bag.
Mm-hmm.
What's on the shelves? As far as alcohol goes.
Cheap whiskey, cheap rum, a bottle of like okay looking scotch, and a bunch of barrels of beer.
I think Zan will grab the Scotch whiskey and some rum.
Mhm.
And he's just like putting a shot of each in one glass, and he's gonna down that.
Yeah, go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw if you don't mind.
25.
Alright, you stomach it, but it don't feel great.
What's that
Almost.
called?
I call this lightning in a bottle.
Hmm.
You want some?
Sure.
Okay. We'll pour another one for Callie.
Callie, you can, if you're gonna chug it, you can make a con save with disadvantage.
I don't know that she's gonna. Well, let me think. I think she'd sip on it. I think she'd take it and just like
You'll probably be all right then.
Yeah.
But it tastes bad.
it burns.
That's about it.
Is there anything else like behind the bar? Anything interesting?
Not really. There's a till. You see, there's like some snacks, like some bar peanuts and stuff like that. And seems pretty plain. There's a lost and found with a bunch of like random junk in it.
Hey, do you want to go through the lost and found?
Sure. What's a lost and found?
Where things people leave in the bar and never come back together. So it's basically just a bunch of free stuff.
Ooh, interesting. Let's see what's in there.
You find some pretty gross looking socks, a couple shirts, maybe a kilt, like one shoe. Looks like a couple like broken, crappy looking daggers.
How do you think someone left their kilt?
I don't know. How do you think they left their kilt?
I don't know, but it must have been a sight.
I think. Does this look familiar to you?
Not really.
I just figured it might be one of your clansmen. You know, they seem pretty empty-headed.
Calliope will pocket the stinky socks.
As you pick the kilt out, you hear a little clink on the ground.
Okay. I'll look down on the ground.
You see that a little golden wedding band has fallen out of a pocket in the kilt.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's cool. Pick it up. Does it fit my finger?
Not at all.
Oh. Is there a diamond on it, or is it? Like,
Nope. It's a gold band.
It's just a gold band.
You gather it was probably a gentleman's ring.
Ah.
Man.
Though how much of a man he was if he had to take it off for the night.
Hey, Pink, do you think this fits your finger? Yours are smaller.
Maybe, but
Seems to be a little too big for Bing. So you're guessing like an average sized humanoid. Maybe just like a human.
Oh, average. Okay. Hey, Aiden! Bum, bum, bum.
No. Zanzibar.
What?
We should sneak it on his finger while he's asleep and then when he wakes up, we'll tell him he got married.
Oh, yeah, that's a better idea. Here, you do it.
Okay.
Aiden is passed out, so I guess make a stealth check with advantage. And I'll roll perception for him. That's a 4.
That's a
Plus.
35.
Yeah, there's no way his 4 is going to give him a plus 31. So you very quickly, and this time Aiden is prepared. He's wearing a nightgown.
Oh.
You sneak into his room and
Did he not have clothes on at some point?
not the last
time.
time.
Remember this?
Not the last time you snuck in on him sleeping. Bink.
Oh no.
Where you slip in and you
Quietly
manage to
scarred.
get it on his finger. But it fits fairly well.
All right.
Maybe just a little bit too small, but you managed to stuff it on there.
It's okay. That way you can't take it off.
Yep. And she'll have taken a couple bottles and empty glasses from the bar, and she's just gonna kind of spread them around his floor so it looks like he had more to drink.
Yep. Easy enough.
And then she's gonna put the stinky socks in his bag.
Well, Alex, if you ever watch this is what happens when you miss the session.
Calliope never gets to pick on Aiden anymore, okay? Alright, that's it. That's all she's doing.
Is there like a back room or anything to?
Yeah, there's a storage room. Looks like it has a couple extra bottles and a few more barrels and a bunch of cleaning supplies. Nothing too interesting, just a general storage, maintenance man type area.
Oh, okay. This place is kind of boring.
You wanna play chess?
Sure. I don't think I've played that before, but
Me either. We
Try.
can just make it up.
oh, okay.
I'll take all the horse pieces.
Okay, I get all the castles then.
Okay.
Well, each got 4 pieces that are really hard to interact with each other.
So, now what?
She'll fish a coin out of her pocket. She'll say, heads, you move 2 spaces. Tails, you move 3.
Okay.
I don't know what the objective is.
Do you know how the pieces move?
What do you mean?
Or we're just going forward, yeah?
No, we're going around.
Or, okay.
First one back to home wins.
All of the tiles look the same. Here, Zane's gonna start scratching the word home into one of the tiles.
Ugh.
Okay.
That poor chessboard.
Oh, this thing isn't worth
No.
anything. And if you land on the same space as your opponent, we have to arm wrestle to see who stays.
Oh, you're going down.
Probably. You gotta catch me first. Alright.
As you guys start playing your home run derby of version of chess. You can play through it if you want.
Pretty sure Zanzidar wins.
Right.
A couple of arm wrestles later and some pieces that probably get damaged in the process. Zanzidar makes it back home first.
I let you win.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Just wonder.
You looked like you needed it more than me.
Oh, okay.
And it was also to say thank you for saving me from the dragon.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, the lich.
No, the aspect of Tiamat.
As it was running away with Callie.
Oh, that. Okay.
Well,
I
you're
thought
like, how
about
many
when you
times
were,
have I
like,
saved her?
hanging in the cage.
I mean, that too, but I know we talked after that a lot, and you were pretty sure you didn't want me around anymore, so if you just let the dragon take me, then I wouldn't have been your issue anymore. But you decided to save me. So, thanks.
It's not that I don't want you around. I just didn't want the dragon to win, so.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't really want him to win either. Her to win, them to win. Still, you could have, you know, beaten her without saving me, so. I don't think I was very much help.
I don't know. I mean, it's definitely more fun when you're around.
You think so?
Well, yeah, we wouldn't get to play chess or play tricks on Aiden or Walia. I mean, the next person we're gonna have to play a trick on is Bing.
Do you have one in mind? Oh, he's awake. Abort, abort. We'll talk later.
Be like, I was listening hard.
Who's to say I won't team up with Bink and prank you?
I mean, you could try.
Maybe I will.
I think it's good that we got the Aboleth out of your head, though.
Hmm. Yeah, as much as I like voices going on in there, his was not pleasant. It just kind of made me scared and not in a good way.
Oh. Well, I'm getting kind of tired.
While he was over there snoring. Well, thanks for playing chess with me.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
As you guys all head off to bed and wherever you would like to sleep, you make it there. You have a at least restful night, as peaceful as it can be, given the circumstances. But you're not interrupted. Nobody sneaks in to attack you in the middle of the night, so you can all click your long rest button. And I think we'll take this opportunity to take a quick restroom break, and we'll pick back up with the next morning.
Alrighty.
Alright, so we'll be right back. So, jumping back in, you guys have successfully completed a long rest here in the tavern that you paid to empty out and blamed on the town guards. And have slept, well, wherever you pleased. After a night of intoxication and interesting new board games. So, a little while goes by. Early in the morning, probably 9 o'clock or so, you guys are awoken by a pounding on the front door of the inn. You're, hello? Are you guys up yet?
I think Lalia would certainly be awake.
Mm-hmm.
Since she went to bed so early, so she'll walk
I
over.
didn't order room service.
No, it's me, the owner. He told me to see you in the morning about opening up for breakfast.
Oh, do you have the deed with you?
As a matter of fact, yes.
Okay. You can come in.
As the door is carefully unlocked and you see as the gentleman from last night enters. He says, right, well, looks like you guys had a good time. Are we good for breakfast, or you still need some space?
Yeah, I mean, you can cook us some breakfast.
Well, I meant opening it up to the public so I can make some money today.
Oh. Okay.
I got a lot of people be angry if I don't have breakfast ready in about an hour.
Yeah, us included. Better get to it.
Yeah, that's fine. You're welcome. All right. She kind of shouts over her shoulder, all right, boys, let's get to cooking. So a couple of other individuals enter with him, and they head back in, and you see them firing up some little stove tops, and looks like they brought some veggies and some meats with them for the morning. And over the course of the next hour or so, they begin brewing coffee and making some general breakfast. You see they set some of the tables up to kind of be like a breakfast buffet. About the end of that hour passes, and some plates and silverware are set out. The tables are made up. A couple other employees have shown up to help clean up and get things ready, and you see the doors are open and people begin to file in for the morning breakfast buffet.
Yeah.
So you guys, I'm assuming, get your plates and settle down and begin eating. You just kind of begin to hear some of the hustle and bustle of the town. Go ahead and make anybody that would be listening make a perception check for me. Alright, so Zanzidar, you catch some stories of the weather, how the crops are doing, just kind of general boring stuff from old people. Bink, you pick up on about the same thing. You just kind of hear the general goings on of the town, just kind of bland, mundane things about how the town guard sucks and how they can't believe they got kicked out last night, but at least there's breakfast. Lalia, you gather a couple of things. You see one gentleman that has entered and is sitting with a small group of people, has a newspaper.
Huh.
You begin to hear hear some things from him, just not really in a quiet tone, but not like he's trying to shout it to everybody. You see he starts pointing to some of the sections on the newspaper, looking at his friends. He says, oh man, can you believe it? Look, can you believe we're so close? That poor Kreider, man. I don't know what's going on down there.
She'll approach him if that's okay.
Yeah.
Excuse me, good morning.
Morning. What can I help you with, young lady?
I'm just curious, what is it that you are reading that has your face looking that way?
Well, it's the town paper. Didn't you hear?
Pretend I didn't.
Oh, well, all right. And he shows you the front page, and it's Kreider gone in flames.
Oh dear.
It looked like that town Kreider, just a little south from here, went up in flames last night.
Scheiße.
We're not really sure what happened. they're talking about people going missing there for the last couple days now, but seems like something really went down last night. Yeah, I'm not too sure. It's still a little ways away from here, but it's certainly some ill omens, man. People going missing all over the place these days, and now a whole freaking town is burnt down or something. I don't know. That's crazy times, man.
It's not good. Not good at all. So, pop on the sending stone and just head whisper to everybody. So, one of our destinations has definitely been attacked last night. I think we may want to get a mosey on today.
I don't think Zan hears it. He's in a conversation with some townsfolk. Yeah, I hear they're painting signs and they're gonna do a march today.
Yeah, you didn't hear about it. That one, there was a couple guys last night got kicked out by the town guard. We got kicked out. We're organizing. We're gonna stick it to the man later today after we have breakfast.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, my brother Jimmy said we gotta take all our money out of the bank too, just in case.
You should definitely do that. You don't know what they're doing with their money in the bank.
I know, they're probably spending on stupid shit like swords and beer.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hold on. So you gonna join us? You gonna be out there picketing too?
I think so.
Oh, well, more power to you. Stick it to them town guards, man.
Right? They suck.
Yeah, they sure do.
Calliope will approach the owner / a bartender.
Yeah.
And say, how much would it cost for me to buy your bottle of scotch and your bottle of rum there?
He looks at him. So, well, these are empty. I'll be damned.
Oh. Do you have fresh ones?
I might have some in the bag. I think they're about 10 gold a pop. Well, are you old enough to have alcohol?
It's not for me.
Well, all right. Yeah, about 10 gold a piece.
Okay. I'll take one of it each, please.
All right. He runs to the back and brings out 2 bottles for you.
Okay. She will hand over 20 gold and tuck the bottles. Oh, could I also get a glass? One of those. And she points to whatever Zanzidar used last night.
Well, he just hands it to you. He's like,
Okay.
yeah, sure, here you go.
Thank you.
Well. At this point, you guys see Aiden has kind of walked out and joined the breakfast stand, looking a little abashed.
Hey, congratulations.
For what? Eating breakfast?
Yeah. Weak.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright, Zanzidar.
You were having a lot of fun last night, Aiden.
I don't want to talk about it. You can look down and see that his hand where you put the ring is no longer there, but his finger's a little bruised.
Uh-oh.
But over the course of, the next hour or so, seems breakfast is served and they begin to kind of clean up and start to organize stuff for the rest of the day. I see a lot of the people have moved on. There's a couple people that hang back and are having some drinks and some continued conversation, but most of the people mill out after a little while.
Alright, so what are we gonna do? I heard there's like a march at noon.
Zanzidar, were you not listening?
No.
There's a whole town on fire just south of here, and if I'm not mistaken, our target is at least part of the cause. One of our targets. Wasn't Kreider on our list of places we needed to go?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, according to the morning paper, it went up in flames last night.
Huh. Okay.
Seems like aspect of you-know-who business, if you don't, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. You don't think we could stay here like a few more hours?
You know, I'm not crazy about the idea, no.
Well,
Why? What's happening?
okay. I guess we can go. I'm just having fun. You know?
You're
We
having
never
fun
get to
while
have
people
fun.
are dying. This is not like you. What are you doing? We can have fun after the world is safe.
But that's the thing. I don't think the world's ever gonna be safe.
And therefore we can never have fun. You're getting it now.
What sucks?
You're right. It does suck. Welcome to reality. Aiden, back me up here.
You
Yep.
see Bink flip off reality.
Why are you looking so downtrodden there, Aiden?
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, do you also want to go to this parade or whatever it is?
No, we should go to Kreider.
Ah, I see you have not lost your sense, even if you have lost what little bit of a smile you had.
It'll be back. Maybe.
Yeah.
As he kind of gives a stink eye to Zanzidar
Uh,
and Callie.
why are you looking at me?
It had to have been you two. It's always you two.
What are you talking about?
Uh-huh. We'll talk about it later.
All right, Dad.
I'm not your father.
Whatever you say, Dad.
Here we go.
I'm ready when y'all are.
Okay.
Did anyone wake up, Bing?
Oh, he was just
No.
flipping off reality right there.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Nobody, don't flip off that guy. Don't. No.
I can flip up whenever I want to.
Oh no.
You see some old...
Also, Peter is Bink's alarm clock, so he can just telepathically tell him to get the hell up.
There you go.
Bink, you watch as some old guy smoking a pipe with a bottle of whiskey in his hand already walks over to you. Hey, were you flipping me off, you little gnome?
No?
Yes,
I'm
you
sure
were,
he
you
didn't
some...
mean it. He doesn't know what that means.
Uh-huh. Yeah, put
You're
that...
flipping off reality.
Whatever the hell that means. You should keep a leash on that kid. Freaking
Believe
children.
we try. He kind of chews out of it from time to time.
The freaking animal. What are kids these days? Goodness.
Bink just stares at him with his like full-grown beard on his face.
He's got more facial hair than the old man.
kind of looks back at you, Zane, and says, "Man, I don't know what's wrong with you. He's ugly too. I feel bad for you.
Why me?
Look at all that hair on your kid's face. Ugh. Your wife must be real ugly.
Yeah, she's right here. Points to Alia.
What the?
Bink just walks up to him. Bink just like walks up to him and says out loud,
Yeah, let him tell you up, father.
What?
What?
Bink just rolls along with him as he's saying you're Bink's father. He's like,
Yeah, let him tell you up, father.
Say, look at
Yeah,
that.
I
Even
think
your
that
little
was-
boy's trying to stick up for you. Ah. Gotta have a child fighting your battles. Ugh, what's this world coming to? Yeah, I guess that's just the Sword Coast these days.
It sure is. They're having a march about it here at noon.
oh my god.
Ugh, man, we should really get some people. You know what I'm talking about? We need to make the Sword Coast great again. Freaking idiots. Takes a swig of his whiskey.
Something for a wall or something.
A what? You know, hey, that's the first intelligent thing I've heard out of your child's mouth. We should build some freaking walls. I'm gonna go talk to somebody about that one. Takes another long swig of his bottle of whiskey.
You don't do that. That's a good idea.
Just kind of starts stumbling away.
Hey.
Don't worry, guys. There's no politics in D&D.
Alright, let's get going before we anger more people.
Why would they be angry?
Because Bane's flipping them off.
No, I flipped the universe off. The reality.
Same difference sometimes.
Well, as you guys begin to exit the city, you pick up on plenty of other conversations. You see people are talking about the town of Kreider and what that means for them, and people asking about if the town guard can actually help, or should they just move? Who's Aralani going to be next? Just kind of general woes when something catastrophic happens nearby. But as you guys head to the southern entrance of Aralani, you can see the road before you. And checking out your map, you gather walking there at the speed you guys average, it'll take you about 5 or 6 hours.
Alright. Get to stepping.
Yeah.
Cool.
Unless we wanted to fly, but I figure that's not a super long distance.
Mm-hmm.
No.
So, as you guys begin to journey to the south, it's a fairly uneventful walk, but as you pass the 4 or 5 hour mark and you begin to settle into afternoon, early evening, you see that the sky before you is clouded. You can see off in the distance, maybe just a little bit up of the side of a small mountain, you can see smoke rising from what you can only assume was once the town of Kreider. It seems to be giving off a small glow, almost like a beacon on the mountain, as it appears to still probably be burning a bit. You can see that the black smoke fills the sky and kind of blots out the area above the mountain. As you guys trudge even closer, it gets darker and you begin to inhale some of the dust and the ash that's being spread into the sky from this town. And eventually you take a mountain pass that leads you up to the town of Kreider. And I do have a visual for you as you guys arrive at the ruined front gates of the southern town of Kreider.
Oh boy.
This is kind of what you see as you make it to the city. As you have a much clearer view now, you can see that some of these forward buildings, some of this town gate, and just kind of some of the structures here at the beginning of this settlement are definitely destroyed, toppled. You can see still flowing pools of magma just dripping and weaving its way down this mountainside path where this city used to stand.
Watch your step.
We'll get this guy. So, do you make your way in?
Yeah.
Slowly.
So,
With caution.
as you begin to enter the city, you can see where there were once probably cobblestone streets are now just this river of molten rock and stone, just kind of oozing and creeping along. No streets are left, no sign of civilization, no sign of anybody, really. If you all make a perception check for me.
Natural 20 again for 26.
Stop it, man.
You need to calm down.
Use that. Save those for other things. Goodness. Oh, but that's also a nat 20 for Lalia. So.
Bink, is that an old 16 or was that a new 16?
No, I thought I clicked. That is still the same. Give me a sec. I mean, no, that's definitely 16. Yeah, no, it's definitely the one I have.
Yeah,
No, not the 9.
So I'll say, given the vantage point, Bink, you're not really seeing much further ahead. The town definitely has a slope to it, but you're definitely picking up that there was destruction here, and it was very recent. You can see buildings are still smoldering and burning. You can see remnants of corpses every now and then. It seems like if there were people here, they were either taken somewhere for that ritual that you've seen, or they were incinerated or burned in the destruction. Let's see who's up next. Callie, Zan, and Lalia, y'all got high enough. I'll give it to you here, especially with some nat 20s. As you guys slowly make your way, kind of avoiding the lava as best you can, using the stones that are still sticking out, you can see ahead of you an open, almost courtyard-like area, which was probably at one point a marketplace. Still on fire. You can see lava coming from higher up the mountain, just kind of spewing down into and around this area. But you see the town of Kreider wasn't very big. You see it was a small establishment. It had just kind of like a little mountain city or mountain village. But you catch something. You're not certain what it is, but almost in the center of this kind of bizarre area, you see what appears to be a sphere. It's a black, shadowy, almost wispy looking sphere with just little speckles of light in it. And as you kind of stare at it, it almost looks like the night sky full of stars, but it's just this blurry orb, so it's definitely weird.
What do you think that is?
Our luck, nothing good.
How far away is that? Here?
Let's see. Let's teleport all of you guys. You're probably just on the edge here. So, just for reference, it's probably close to about 100 to 120 feet ahead of your first sighting of it. Actually, I'm just gonna place everybody else.
Are there any tracks, signs of devils being
Make
bodies of humanoids?
you can make a perception or investigation check to see if you pick up on anything else.
Level 18 for 24.
Okay.
Phew.
You can see the charred remains of some corpses and some other destruction, but you don't see any signs of other entities. No devilish creatures or anything like that skittering around. It seems pretty barren, pretty empty at the moment.
Well, nothing to do but walk towards it, I guess. As they all start walking that way.
Everybody, I suppose, will follow suit.
Cool.
Yep.
So as you get a little closer, you start to feel something. It almost feels like staring at this orb and walking towards it almost feels like you're about to step off a cliff, or like you're about to start floating almost. It just seems almost mystifying. But as you get closer to it, you see the stars begin to sparkle and blink in and out almost rapidly for a moment, and then you realize that it's not necessarily that they're blinking, but more that something is moving and something is occasionally covering some of them, and you watch as you feel the ground beneath you begin to tremble a bit as sprouting out of this black orb you see two very large star-filled black wings, and you see two legs, four legs begin to emerge from it, and you see sprouting out of the top 5 individual heads.
Oh, great.
And this is the miniature that I'm using.
Uh-huh.
But imagine that this entire creature is just this black void body filled with stars. As this dragon, this 5-headed aspect stands before you and looks down. More souls to gather. I thought I was done here. I must have missed a few.
We won't be your sloppy seconds. We're just here for desserts. Or something like that.
Dessert's just fine with me. As it stretches its wings out large and begins to beat them, I'll have you all roll initiative.
Alrighty.
The first of your unique encounters. Did you get a 9 on initiative?
It went from 18 to 2. Now.
Yep, that makes sense.
It happens.
Nah, it's rewind time. I'm gonna use lucky.
I mean, you can. It's a check.
I'm gonna do it. I don't know how to go last. I'm not going before this thing. Oh my god! It was the waste of a rock. I give up. I accept my fate. I'll keep it. That's that.
I love it.
Look at it this way, you at least have your reaction at the top of the round.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see what this bad boy gets. Alright. So, initiative will be as follows. We're going to have Callie up top. Then we're going to have the aspect. We'll have Lalia, Zanzadar, Bink. Give me just a second to get this thing's stats in here. Alright, so top of initiative, Callie. You see this large, star-filled, black void-looking dragon ahead of you.
Also, when I miss Aiden, I hate what Calliope always has to go first. All right, black void-looking dragon.
Yep.
Well, fighting the last one did not work in her favor. She's feeling reckless. How far ahead of her is it?
I want to give you guys 60 feet. So let me figure out what that is. Is there. Boop. So 60 feet.
Okay. Well, let's just derail this whole thing. Calliope's gonna run forward 45 feet. So that she's within 15 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's gonna pull out her deck of cards.
Uh-huh.
And say, my reading says woe to you. And she will pull a card and channel woe from the Twist of Fate in her deck.
Oh, boy.
Which gives disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws for the next hour.
Alright. But you gotta roll, right?
Yep. Hope for high.
Give me a 1. Oh, wait.
81. Alright, so
I think nothing happened.
Nothing happens. But she has 20 feet more of movement. But she's not sure on this thing's range either. So let's see. She will use her bonus action to take patient defense.
Mm-hmm.
Or no. Better yet, just to be extra cautious, even if it may be too cautious, she's going to disengage with her bonus action. And she's going to use her extra 20 feet to run off to our right. Her right.
20 feet to the right.
Mm-hmm.
And you disengaged, right?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
That's her turn.
Alright. Well, this is going to be interesting. You know what? We're kicking this shit off with a bang. At the end of your turn, it's going to use all 3 of its legendary actions.
Oh, snap.
And you watch as this creature kind of looking over all of you. You hear in your minds and out loud, "Oh, that looks like a lot of fun. Let me try it out." And you watch as materializing out of its chest, you see a weapon. This voidy, black, ethereal-looking version of your Bahamut gun
Uh-oh.
appear in front of it. As it takes its turn, it's going to roll. There are 5 of you. And that's 5, so that's going to be Bink.
Bink! No!
Which is actually good, because, you know, he's not divine.
True.
Bink, you watch as this creature turns and looks at you. She says, let's start with the little one. And you watch as this gun that you guys know and have has appeared before you, and you see as it begins to charge up with this black ethereal essence as it's going to shoot you.
No, Bink.
And I need to pull up the stat block for Bahamut's regret.
We regret it for sure.
Boy.
I gotta figure out how much health this thing's gonna use. I think it's gonna roll a D100. Okay. Alright, so it's gonna roll with a plus 20 to hit. Plus its own dex, which is 0, so that's good. That's a 37 to hit.
Yeah, that's definitely gonna hit.
No.
My AC is below a 20, so
Yeah.
it's gonna hit me regardless. It was gonna hit me regardless.
At least it
Yeah,
wasn't a crit,
that's
I
one.
guess. Yeah.
So as this weapon charges up and fires at you, Bink, you're going to take 81 points of radiant damage.
Did it roll with disadvantage, though?
It did not.
So
Let me
let's
roll
make
again.
sure it's not an at one.
Oh, that's cocked. It was a nat 20 on the second
Alright,
roll,
so
so
it's disadvantage, so we take the first
still
one.
a 37.
37 points of damage
Uh,
to Bink. Okay.
But that'll be 81 points of radiant damage to Bink.
81, yes. 81.
Yep,
Yes.
as it's
37 to hit. Yeah.
As it sacrifices 81 points of its own health.
Bink!
See the creature kind of turns its head. It's like, oh, I quite like this. This seems almost familiar.
Bink just clenches his arm where he shot him.
His arm that's like dissolved from that much damage.
And the last thing it's gonna do is
Yeah, you just see it like really charred up.
Yep.
Well, now it's its turn, right? Because that was just its legendary action.
I don't think it gets to use it. No, it could use an action. It could use a legendary action again to make an attack with it. But he had to use that to pull it out.
Gotcha.
So its action on its turn was to shoot it.
Gotcha.
But it is going to activate its aura of madness. Is there anybody that is not currently safe from being frightened?
I need to double check, but I think Calliope, because everybody else is close enough to Lalia. Wait, but my aura is 20 feet?
Yeah, she's definitely beyond 20.
What, it makes us immune from being frightened if we're in the aura?
Yep.
Yep.
So everybody but
Nice.
Calliope is safe. Calliope is technically not safe.
Okay, then I need Calliope to make a wisdom saving throw.
Sure. This is not a spell, right?
Correct.
Oh, that was almost good. 18, I'm assuming, fails.
Yes.
So she will use a key point to re-roll that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a natural one.
All right. This is kind of brutal. If it's too brutal, let me know. So let's try and play with it because it could be fun.
Okay.
So-
Whatever you say.
As this aura emanates from this creature, you see it's almost actually like this dark black void begins to cover this entire area as it has has a radius of 120 feet. Yeah. The DC, the saving throw on this was a 25. So if if you fail, you become frightened for a minute. However, if you fail the save by 5 or more, you are driven insane. So you are frightened permanently, and you behave as if affected by confusion.
Oh no, I'm here for it. Clarification. Can someone cure her of the frightened?
At this point, it would take a greater restoration.
Yeah, but like, so it's possible.
It is possible to get rid of it, but at the moment, Callie is insane.
Unfortunately for Calliope,
So
confusion is my favorite
counter
spell.
charm.
Counter charm?
That does not
yeah,
stop
so
frightened. I don't believe.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
Wait, no. Never mind. It just says
charm.
anyone that hears it within 30 feet that can hear me gain advantage on saving throws against being friend or charmed.
Yeah, but you have to play it with your action. So
Action, yeah.
Yep.
So
And she's outside of 30 feet.
yeah, by a lot.
She's at 50.
I love the confusion spell, so I'm here for it. If there's a chance we can save her.
So at the moment, Calliope has been immediately driven insane.
Love
Oh boy.
And that is that creature's turn, and it gets its legendary actions back. Which will take us to Lalia. You watch as Callie begins to double over and clutch her mind, and if you could see it, her eyes have gone black.
it. Okay, so Lalia is like, I know what we're doing. This should be fine. Let me just get her in my aura, and she should snap out of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Lalia's gonna do what she does best, and she's gonna charge straight at this thing.
Mm-hmm.
When she gets within 10 feet, she will say, "You will not leave this land alive if I have anything to say about it," and use her vow of enmity.
Mm-hmm.
And then she will swing twice with advantage. With Zadan.
So you're getting into melee.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just she can only vow when she's within 10 feet, so she can't do it way back at the, she gotta get all the way there. Yeah. So that first one is a 31 to hit.
Yep.
Is this a fiend or undead?
No, it is a gargantuan dragon.
I figured, but it doesn't hurt to ask. So that's 19 bludgeoning and 6 radiant, so 25 total on the first hit.
Mm-hmm. You got it.
How does it feel with her striking this thing? Like, does it just, like, is she just passing through night sky?
It does kind of feel like that, but you can feel some resistance, and so
Okay.
you know that you're actually doing damage to this thing.
Gotcha. So, having found that resistance, she's then going to draw Zydan back and aim for that spot this time. Like, okay, I've found, a place that's giving, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she's going to swing one more time. That's a 25 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. So that is 22 bludgeoning and 3 radiant.
Cool.
So 25 again. And having completed her turn, she'll glance over and realize that Calliope's still looking weird.
Yep.
And so she'll shout over her shoulder, "Watch the frightened! Stay in the aura! Over here, in the dead zone."
You see her just like wearing like a random cloak, just grows a beard, wearing a red cloak. It's like, "You shall not pass."
Right. Exactly.
All right. Is that the end of Lalia's turn?
Yes.
All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action. Okay. So you watch as this creature taking this blow, Lalia, it kind of rears back. Then you watch as its body collapses in on itself, forming an immensely small ball, and this shockwave is sent out. And everybody within 15 feet needs to make a dex save. So it would be just Lalia.
That's good. Dex. So it's a dex save that's just me?
Yep.
Wow, that's like two weeks in a row that I've gotten to use Shield Master, and I don't even remember what it is. Shield AC to the dex, so I can add +4 to this. And I forget what my situational. Oh, hold on. I need to see if I can roll that with advantage. Apologies, I'm trying to figure out. +4. I don't think so. When not incapacitated, you had. What's that? Yeah, I think it's just +4. It's not actually advantage. So that would be a 20.
Okay.
Which is pretty damn good for my girl. Let me tell you what.
Yeah, this thing has a myriad of different saves. So the one you were looking for on this save was a 24.
Damn.
So I believe that fails. So you're going to take 15 points of bludgeoning damage, and you are knocked prone.
Okay. Said 15?
Yep. And the rest of you watching this dragon shrink into this small ball, you see as the ball disappears. And this creature teleports. Up to 60 feet, which is enough to put it right in front of you.
Hell.
Boop.
And it used Void Slip.
Void slip. Okay.
And that'll take us to Zayn.
Yeah,
Messing up plans.
Good!
Think.
Yes.
Most likely, we're probably not fleeing from this battle. Shouldn't need to keep the high level.
I'd like to see you get away.
Stuff.
yeah, right. I think it would just follow us.
All right. Too many freaking spells.
I feel ya. And I'm a half caster, so I can't even really relate.
And Allie gave it disadvantage on all saving throws, correct?
Yep. Any roll it makes is at disadvantage. Any d20 roll it makes is at disadvantage.
How healthy are you looking if I look to my side, Bink? Not healthy at all, okay.
He's unconscious.
Yeah.
Bink, you still with us?
Yeah.
How you looking?
How much was that?
You took 81 so far.
Yeah, no, I'm basically halfway.
Okay.
I'm halfway there.
Let's try this then. I mean, it's only my bonus action, so alright. With my bonus action, I will cast at 6th level Mental Prison.
Mm-hmm.
Intelligence saving throw of 20.
As has disadvantage on this. So an intelligence save, that would be a 6.
Oh god.
So it will
Okay.
use a legendary resistance to succeed.
That's fine.
That's good.
Let me go back to it. On a successful save, target takes 5d10 psychic damage.
Cool.
Take 23 psychic damage.
23.
Sweet.
So that was my bonus action. Action.
Zanzibar.
What?
Good grief.
So the psychic damage did have an effect, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Think instead of wasting spell points. Just. Perhaps I should waste a spell point. I'm within its melee range, but it's not within mine. Correct?
Correct.
Okay. You know what? I'm gonna run up to it.
Okay.
And we're gonna cast Shocking Grasp
Okay.
as my action. Just want to see if any lightning damage comes from this.
Fair.
For a natural 20, fuck.
Good lord, dude.
Well, that'll hit.
That's 4 today.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Wow.
For a 25, no, 31 lightning damage.
Nice. You do see that this does make purchase with this creature. Seems that damage is effective right now on this particular aspect.
Oh boy.
Okay, how much movement speed did I use up?
5.
5. Will 25 get me to the top of the roof?
Which one? This one?
The one to my right, yep.
We'll say yes. You can get on the lip there.
Okay, I'll get on the look.
You are leaving its area.
Yeah, but it doesn't get a reaction due to the Shocking Grasp.
Oh, good call.
Thanks.
Got it. You
Nice.
jet for the top of the building.
That's the end of Zanzibar's turn.
All right. And at the end of your turn, Zanzidar,
He shoots me.
Right.
it is going to make a tail attack against you at disadvantage. That'll be a 29 to hit.
Yep.
Ugh.
So that'll be 20 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
As you leave its area and you watch as its star-filled tail slaps you in the face. Alright, that'll bring us to
I've
Bink.
still got a pretty smile though, right?
Yeah.
Missing a couple teeth. No.
Alrighty. So where is everyone right now?
Pretty much everywhere.
All around it.
Yeah.
So you and Peter are here. Lalia's back here on the ground. Callie's over here. And Zan's on top of the building.
Okay, that was Zan. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
What I'm gonna do is. I'm gonna use the. Level 5 Synaptic Static.
Okay.
Woo.
You kind of use it just where all the heads are. Because it has like a 20-foot radius.
Cool. And that's a saving
It
throw?
needs- It's an intelligence saving throw of 19 or more.
That is a 16, so it'll burn a legendary resistance to succeed.
Yay.
Yeah.
Go, big go.
And then he's gonna, after snapping his finger and making it explode, half the damage will be 11 or 12 because it's 23.
12. You guys round up for damage, so.
Nicely
Okay.
done.
And then
Nicely
and then
done.
immediately after, Peter goes in to attack the heads.
Mm-hmm.
He'll go with a multi-attack, so going for a beak attack. That's a 16 to hit.
Unfortunately, that'll miss. Peter goes to
Then
swipe
tries
through
to-
and doesn't find purchase.
Then claws him with a 28 to hit.
It's a 28. It's
Yep.
going to use its reaction.
Can't
So
take
is-
It
reactions
doesn't have a
until we
reaction.
Burn.
Oh, is that
It's
from
next
Shocking
turn.
Grasp?
Yeah.
Yay!
There you go. Look at that. So then, yes, that'll hit.
Get him,
12
Peter.
damage as it
Nice.
claws its face.
Get him, Peter. Get him.
Get him! Get him!
Nice. Alright. Anything else?
No, that'll... Actually, wait, before I end my turn, I am gonna give, Bardic Inspiration to Aiden.
Aiden's not here, so you should probably pick somebody else.
I'm gonna say Aiden, I mean Zanzidar.
That'll do
Aiden's
it.
sleeping.
What? Oh, shit. Cool.
You just see, like, the screen zoom out, and then you just see it, like, teleport back to the town.
Right.
He's just sleeping in his bed.
He's
I feel
feeling
pretty
so
good.
inspired.
And
Yep.
then you just see the perk Bardic Inspiration. He's like, huh? What?
Funny. Alright. That'll bring us back to the top of initiative with Callie.
All right. So, Calliope, I can't do a good Joker laugh, but I think she's probably like hunched over just a little bit. Nuka, this is my big moment. I need you to.
Cat's yelling at us.
But I think it just kind of starts like a. It like gets louder and louder and louder until she's almost like tearing her face with her hands and cackling at the top of her lungs. She needs to roll a d10 to find out what she does on her turn. She got a 1.
Ooh, boy.
This creature uses all its movement to move in a random direction. To determine the direction, roll a d8 and assign a direction to each dive face. So do you want to assign directions and I'll roll the d8?
Yeah, I'll just go start with north being 1, northeast being 2, all the way around.
Okay. 6.
Let's see. North, northeast, east, southeast, south, southwest. So that is this way.
Into that building Zanzidar's on top of.
Well, you can climb buildings, so...
That's true, yep. And she's got 65 feet of movement, so... She just runs cackling and sobbing past Zanzidar.
So you're back here now.
Alright. That's her turn.
That's very helpful, thank you!
Yeah.
Alrighty. And that will bring us back to the aspect. What does it want to do? How is it feeling? Yeah, okay, that's broken. Alright.
We love that.
You watch as the creature steps around back behind Bink. So Peter does get an opportunity attack if he'd like to take it.
Oh, stepping back?
Yep.
Alrighty, yeah, he'll take the attack of opportunity.
Moving its way back here.
That'll be 25 to hit.
Awesome. So before it loses it this time, it's going to use its reaction. So as Peter turns and takes a slash at this creature, Bink, you watch as a small black portal opens up, and Peter's claw goes into the portal and comes out next to your face. Does a 25 hit you, Bink?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes.
Go ahead and roll damage.
Can I use that as a... Wait, can I use that as a reaction?
You could use a reaction if you have one that applies.
Yes, I do. How much damage was that again?
I don't know, you haven't rolled it yet.
Sorry, what am I... Oh, yeah, that's right, damage. My damage, what am I talking about?
So
My damage.
basically Peter's attacking you.
15 damage, damn it! There's a good amount of damage!
But yes, if you have a reaction, you're welcome to use it.
Okay. Let's see. How does that work? Let's see. So immediately as Peter's claw strikes Bink, he immediately goes in for a spell for Psychic Lance because of he has the feat Warcaster. He can use a reaction to use a spell that's a single hit on the target as a reaction, or for attack of opportunity.
Yeah, this is not an opportunity attack for Bink, though.
Is it because? Yeah, dang it, because he's out of range, and it would have to be him leaving out of my range.
Yeah, he left Peter's range, but he didn't leave yours.
Rick! No! I hate how that works. Well, I can't do anything.
Okay. So then that's 15 points of damage to Bink from Peter.
Bink is like, "You're good, Peter. It wasn't your fault. Don't worry."
And then let me roll to see which one of these he's going to use. Cool. So then you watch as this creature's 5 heads kind of morph and become one. And you watch as its jaw opens unnaturally wide as it releases a breath weapon and a 90-foot cone, which I believe will hit everybody except for Callie.
My confusion saved me.
Just weird.
Yep.
Everybody's in there, and Lolly's on the ground. Good deal.
Yep.
We love it.
So everybody but Callie, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. And just to keep it on the up and up, I'm going to tell you that the DC for this is a 28.
Nah, I'm not rolling then.
And I think Lolly has disadvantage because she's prone.
Yeah, that's what I was checking on.
Is this regular breath weapon or spell or magical effect?
This is a breath weapon. It is Stellar Flare Breath.
Okay, according to our thingy, prone does not impose disadvantage on dex saves.
Okay.
So she needs a natural 20.
You can roll for it.
Okay.
I got 22. Peter, roll. Wait, actually, yeah.
Then,
Nope.
Oh.
Bing, what's your inspiration dice?
It's a D12.
Yeah.
12 plus 14 is 26.
Yep.
Yep.
So I won't make it.
Nope.
Rip.
Okay.
Wait, what was this? What damage is this?
I haven't announced that yet.
Got it.
So as this thing releases this breath, it almost looks like a star is supernovaing as this energy exits its mouth. And you all failed, so you will each take... There's 2 different damages here. So the first
Okay.
is 40 points of fire damage. Which I know some of you might have some resistances to that.
I'm immune.
Yay!
And the second is 40 points of radiant damage.
I'm also nah. Imagine like, when the hell did you?
So 80 total.
Yep.
Ouch.
Yeah, but Bink, you are immune to 1 of those, so you'll only take 40.
Alrighty.
Okay.
Peter's included in that too, right?
Yep.
And Peter takes all 80?
Yep.
Okay. Peter! Oh no!
How's Peter looking, Bink?
Peter, how much damage was that in total? So 40. One was 40 damage. One was what was the fire damage?
Also 40.
Yeah. So 80 total.
Does Peter have? Let's see. Damage. No, he's still up and running.
Alright.
He's in the run.
Awesome. So that was that creature's action. So then bonus action, it's going to teleport. Up here next to Callie.
Oh god.
That's the end of its turn, so that'll take us to Lalia.
Gee willikers. Alright. So I should stand up.
Yep.
That leaves me 35 feet of movement. How far away is it from me right now? And I know it's up a building, but
90-ish feet.
I don't think I can get up there. Even with a misty step, yeah? It'd be like 60 feet up?
Yep.
Okay. So let's do something else then. For as long as I think it might last, I'm gonna cast Bless. Get to a point where I can cast Bless. I guess on everybody but Callie, because I don't think I can get her in range. But if I move my 35 feet forward, I should be able to get the 4 of us.
What's your radius on it?
30 feet?
Yeah, you won't get Callie. You will get everybody else.
Okay, so I will cast Bless on everybody but Callie. And doesn't really make much sense to Misty Step up there if I'm just gonna have to Misty Step back down. So I'm gonna pick up some rocks on the ground and cast Magic Stone.
Cool.
Because I don't think that's concentration. And I don't have something I can throw. So that's my turn.
All right. At the end of your turn, it's going to activate its Void Cache, and it's going to shoot the Bahamut weapon point blank at Callie, who he knows is already going insane.
Yeah.
So I got the damage. Got to roll to hit though. 2 9s, so 29 to hit.
Yes.
Alright, that is 60 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
But you do not have a divine spark as you haven't taken any cleric or paladin levels, so.
I haven't taken a paladin level, but full honesty, I did take magic initiate cleric. And I think we had previously ruled that she has miracle as a divine spark in her. So.
Yeah, I'm just wondering if it's strong enough for this to affect it.
Okay.
Let's roll for it.
Okay.
Let's roll a D100.
Okay.
I'll give you a 75% chance. So if it's 1 to 25, you take double damage.
Okay. $76.
Okay.
So that
It hasn't seeded enough yet, so you only take 60.
60. Okay. And I think that's it because I think under confusion I am incapacitated.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. And that takes us to Zan.
Well, the quicker we can, like, incapacitate this thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Of course.
So. I guess. Seems really stupid, but oh well. Going to spend 7 sorcery points
Whoa.
to get back my spell slot for the mental prism,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna cast mental prism again at it. Intelligence saving throw 24.
It can make it, but it would need 2 natural 20s, so that's an 11.
Mm-hmm.
And it will burn a legendary resistance.
So we got rid of another one.
That's its third one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Here, psychic damage. 25 psychic damage.
Cool.
Bonus action.
Lovely.
Then movement. And I fly over top of Peter to the other building.
Yep.
How far is that?
$60 feet.
Not get there. What about the building to my right?
Doesn't have much of a top.
Oh. Can I land on, like, one of the rubble edges?
You can try, but it'll probably give you like disadvantage on dex saves.
It's also still about 60 feet away, right?
55.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, I'm gonna go to my
50.
right, but I'm gonna drop down and go back down to the street then. That
Okay.
way I'm out of its line of sight.
Good
And I'm
call.
hugging the building.
So this one?
Yep.
Okay. You got
That's the end of Zane's turn.
Go Zan.
it. All right. This bad boy is out of legendary actions, so that takes us straight to Bink.
Bink, 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 bink.
Let's see. Bink is. Bink is gonna get a little creative here. Bink is going to use 5th level gravity sinkhole.
Woohoo.
But he's going to use it at a point on the building to attempt to also yank him down and kind of crush the building inwards and collapse it.
Okay.
And this is a Constitution saving throw of 19 or more.
What's its radius?
Let's see, the radius is 20 feet.
So I think that will probably get Calliope too, right?
If he's putting it on the side.
if I aim it correctly, I don't have to hit you.
Okay.
But the building will be collapsing, yes. if it pulls him down
She
correctly,
can survive a collapsing building, no problem.
It pulls it towards the, so like kind of like midway where the building is, so like pull it towards the center, so kind of like rip off half the side of the building and kind of fall.
So kind of like that?
Yeah, it'll kind of like rip him, like it pulls anything towards the center.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, so its save with disadvantage on con was a 26.
Ugh.
Does it still take half damage?
Yeah, I think it just doesn't get pulled.
It'll take half damage and not pulled. It's a 5th level spell. Oh my god, that's a lot of rolls.
Shoo.
Yeah, half of that.
19.
19, yes.
And I think the building will still start crumbling because.
Yep. Yeah, you do watch as the building begins to crumble even further. It's not going to collapse on Callie or anything at the moment, but you do see the bricks and chunks begin to get pulled towards this sinkhole for a moment as the building begins to buckle. You watch as the creature just begins to flap its wings.
I'm gonna hop on Peter and charge towards him.
Bold move, I like it.
As he goes in for the bacon tap, that misses. As he goes in for his claw attack, 24 to hit for the claw attack.
That will hit.
And that is 9 damage.
Cool.
Let's see. Didn't also use Bardic Inspiration on Callie.
Alright. You see, now that you're up there, her eyes are terrifyingly wide and she's just cackling and her face is turning like purple.
Love it. Alright. Anything else for Bink and Peter?
That is the end of my turn.
Cool. That will bring us back to the top with Callie.
Alright. Howling with laughter. Oh, I need to roll. D10. Two.
Alright, better than a 1.
Is it? The creature doesn't move or take actions this turn.
Oh.
Oh man.
So she's just a cackling.
Well, it can't move?
I can't move. Calliope can't move.
Oh, I'm like, wait a second, why can it can't move? I'm like, oh, never mind, yeah.
Alright, that brings us back to the aspect. This sounds fun. So... he gets to use each. I get to reroll to see if his other breath comes back. It does not. But he does have this one still. So this time you watch as the dragon's heads, all 5 of them, just point towards the sky. And you watch as it releases this spew of this black, like, miasma that kind of settles over the entire battlefield within a 90-foot sphere. I need everybody to make a dex save. Yeah, because that's going to be everybody.
I got 27. Peter, I'll see what his thing is for dex. Oh, that's not one. He fails anyways.
I think Calliope can still make this dex save. It doesn't say she's incapacitated. It just says she can't take reactions.
Yeah.
Okay.
This one you're looking for a 24.
Is Zanzidar close enough to Lalia to get her bonus? If it matters. It may not matter.
Nope.
Okay. 24, you said?
Yep.
Nope. No frickin' way! Lalia made it!
Yeah!
Nice.
We both made it!
Woohoo!
So Bink and Lalia saved. Was that it?
Yep. Pretty
Yeah.
Okay, so within this 90-foot area, so basically the whole battlefield here, those of you that failed feel the weight of the gravity in this area increase tremendously. You are restrained.
sure. Legendary resistance.
Okay.
Nice.
So those of you that have saved are not restrained. However, your speed is half as long as you're within this field.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Also, in case it happens, falling damage is tripled.
Gotcha.
God damn.
It's a good thing the monk is the only one super high up right now. Peter
That
and
one-
Bink land.
That was its gravity breath.
Nice. Okay. So if you failed, you're restrained.
Yep.
Okay.
And you get to make the save again at the end of your turn.
Another dex save.
Yep.
Okay.
DC for that was 24. And bonus action, I think it's happy where it's at. So it's not going to teleport this turn. Yeah, I think that's all it's going to do on this turn.
Was anyone close enough that if they'd added... No, bless wouldn't have helped anybody. Okay.
Nope. Okay, that'll bring us to Lalia.
Alright. So, feeling heavy but not restrained, but also being like, how the fuck am I supposed to get up there?
Does she say that out loud?
Sure.
I can get you up there.
You think?
I know.
Alright. Then I guess she'll hold her... Can you get me right next to it?
Yeah.
I guess she'll hold her action to swing at Tiamat when Zanzidar gets her close enough.
Okay.
I don't think she has anything she can do with a bonus action, so.
Cool. So at the end of your turn, because this sounds fun, the aspect is going to use all 3 of its legendary actions to fire the Bahamut weapon at Peter.
Or Peter.
I know, poor Peter.
How much health does Peter have left, Bink?
Not enough.
Not enough.
Well,
I'll tell you that much. Not enough.
it matters because the gun won't suck more than the damage it's going to do to the creature.
He's got 28 health.
Okay. So rolling with disadvantage is a 31 to hit. So Peter will take 28 damage.
Okay.
No, Bink.
And so as Peter disappears, Bink, who is currently 40 feet in the air, plummets.
Can I like grab onto the ledge?
You have
You
your
still have
reaction.
Featherfall?
Yeah.
Can I use the reaction to like grab onto the ledge?
You could try and grab the ledge, or you can feather fall. One of them has a chance
Wait, what?
at failing.
You have Featherfall.
No way! I was using Featherfall.
So Bink plummets,
feather.
but manages to catch himself with Featherfall before taking a bunch of falling damage. That would have been, what's 4 times 12 d6?
Oh no, let's not do that.
Also, can't you like cast that on like 6 different creatures?
I think it.
Yes.
Yeah.
But like only applies if you're falling in
Yeah.
midair. It doesn't apply when you're on ground.
Yeah.
Well, we have to fight the thing on top of the building, so I mean,
Well, no, I mean the effect doesn't apply. It can't apply when
Yeah.
you're on ground.
Yeah, once you touch the
And
ground, the
it-
spell goes away.
It stops. Yeah.
oh,
I would've
Otherwise, we
casted
would all
it,
just
like, on you
feather
guys
fall.
Otherwise, but I mean, you know, I would have casted it like from the start. Otherwise, but like.
Yep.
Yeah.
If we just have aerial fights everywhere, everybody's levitating.
You see someone do like feather fall like very lightly in the distance as they get tucked from the enemy.
Right.
I love it.
Like,
Oh, man. Alright, well, that'll bring us to Zan's turn.
alright. Zan's going to move towards Lalia. Only got 15 feet.
Yep.
Let's see. Can use that. Can use that. I don't know if that'll work though.
If Lalia's holding her hammer just ready to go.
Right. Here we go.
Right.
Here we go.
Zan's like trudging towards her.
Okay, so let's do this. I'm going to. That's a pain in the butt. Alright, so I think as Zan's walking towards Lalia, he's holding out one hand and starting to like motion signs from like Naruto,
Mm-hmm.
and with his other hand behind his back, he's doing the same thing, but it's more for sleight of hand purposes. So he's casting one spell with subtle spell, and the other one in full view of the actual monster.
Mm-hmm.
So, with subtle spell, we're going to cast Old Monster.
Okay.
Wisdom saving throw of 24.
Oh boy, wisdom. That's 9. That is an 11. So it will burn a legendary resistance.
I figured. Oh well.
Good.
Bonus action. Once he gets done casting his regular spell, it's almost like Kieran comes down, so a lightning dragon comes down, hits Lalia, and serpentines through the ground, through the building, and Lalia appears right in front of the aspect.
Dope.
Wait, hold on. Pause everything.
I'm
I gave him 5.
using Vortex for.
I gave him
What?
5, and this version's only supposed to have 3.
Oh.
So hold monster will succeed.
Hey!
Oh, sweet.
Oh my god!
Even
Swing away.
better.
So, as Lalia appears from the Kirin dragon from under the building, not only does she shoot up with a lightning bolt coming out her back up into the sky, the lightning kind of spreads from her feet and then forms chains around each of the heads.
Ooh, that's fun.
Very cool.
Yep, my bad. I forgot this version only has 3.
Oh, it only has 3 heads.
3 resistances.
Oh.
Some of them have some have 3, some have 5.
Alright. Well, now that I'm here and he's paralyzed, I would like to swing with Zydan.
You got it.
Whee! That is a 34 to hit.
Yep, that's a crit.
So that is... I will be smiting.
Cool.
That is 25 bludgeoning. Plus...
That was a crit roll, right?
Yes.
Okay.
We'll use my... Okay. Improved. First. Second. Third. 41 radiant. And she will swing again. Just enjoying how easily Zydan smacks, even as her like muscles are tense from fighting through this heavy grab.
I love it.
Hey, 26.
That's a crit.
All right. So that is 27 bludgeoning
Mm-hmm.
and second, third, and 28 radiant.
Nice.
Yeah. We love it. We love when we can smite. She's like over her shoulder. Thanks, Santa.
Yep.
All right. So, Lalia, as you appear next to this creature, and you start taking these giant whacks, seeing these chains that Zanzidar has cast to bring this creature low, and you smack into it, you can feel as your warhammer almost pulses with the radiant energy that you're releasing into this creature. You watch as its form begins to shatter, as you have brought this creature to 0.
Uh-oh.
However,
Why does this not feel like a good thing?
as this form shatters into an oblivion, you watch maybe an image that some of you have seen, maybe some that you've read about, but it's only a scale of what you've seen happen in the heavens at night as this creature's body begins to implode like a collapsing star. And this is where it's going to get real interesting, and I'm sorry if I fuck you up. I'm going to need everybody to make 3 dexterity saving throws in a row. So I'm going to go one person at a time,
Okay.
and then I'll tell you the damage and what happens. So let's start with Lalia, since you killed it,
Okay.
and you're right next to it.
Ignore that, click then. Ignore it.
Damn it.
That's fine. Just remember that. That
Or
could
you
be your
just
first
keep
one,
that
if you want.
Yeah,
That's a good.
yeah.
That's
okay,
a
fine
good
with that, yeah.
So I need dex saves.
Yes,
Is this a magical effect?
it is not.
Damn. And it's not. We're just rolling them separately. It's not specifically targeting me.
No, it's targeting everything within 1 mile.
19.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Natural 20. Or 28.
That'll save.
And a 17.
Okay. Alright, next closest person is Bink. So Bink, I'll let you keep the 21 if you want, or you could start 3 new ones. It's your call. Still with me, Bink?
Yeah, no, yeah, no, my phone's muted, my fault.
Okay.
Nah, let's just go fresh.
Okay.
Okay, 2 more. Why? This game hates me.
See, yeah.
Ugh.
So you had 20, a 14, and a 17.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
Gonna
let's
die.
now let's grab Callie since I
Okay.
forgot she was right next to it.
And she gets +6 on these, and she also can use a key point on each to re-roll and take the new roll if she fails. So, let me find her key points, because I'm assuming I might need them. There they are. Okay. So, dex save. First one is a 34.
Yep.
Damn.
So, I assume that saves.
Mm-hmm.
Second is higher, 35.
Mm-hmm.
Third, don't fuck with monks, man, is a 23.
Okay. That is a failure.
That is a failure. Key point. Oh wait, nope, she's not blessed. Is there a chance Ben could have succeeded on that 20? If he rolled with bless?
No, he needs 5.
Alright. 1 key point down, we'll take the new roll. I'll take it, that's another 35.
Okay.
So, Callie succeeds.
It
Somehow.
probably takes 0 damage because these are all dex saves. Right? Evasion?
Does she have? I don't think she has evasion.
Oh.
She doesn't have enough levels in rogue.
Oh.
Now
I
let's.
thought she might in monk, so I don't know.
I
Monk
don't-
gets it, but it's pretty high too. I think it's in the teens.
I don't think she has evasion. I'll check while you roll.
Yep. I need 3 rolls from Zan.
Okay. Nope. Nope. That one I will roll Big's, what, D12?
D12.
Fuck you, dice.
Ugh.
You're blessed, though.
You do have bless.
You're blessed, so you could roll a d4 with that as well.
That will be a save because you only
Huh.
need 1.
Okay.
But you
Okay.
can go ahead and roll it to see what you get.
4.
So 28. Okay.
Alright, I did confirm too that Callie does have evasion.
Hey.
And she doesn't even need a reaction to be able to use it because she's a monk. So thank you, Sansa.
Yeah.
Just here to save everybody else. No biggie.
Sam the enabler.
Sam the enabler.
Okay. One thing that I want to offer. Lalia, you have 2 fails and 1 save.
Yep.
You do have a daily inspiration that, if you got a 6, would turn your 19 into a save.
Sure. Doesn't hurt anything. Nope.
Okay.
The dice said no.
Bink, you have 3 fails. If you were to use your daily inspiration and get a 5, or a combination of your daily inspiration and the d4 from Bless, you could make 1 save.
Okay, so roll. Yep, do that.
So if
Or at
you-
least, yeah. That's my vote.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want, though. Don't let me boss you around.
I mean, I'll use the blessing to make 1 save, but
Yeah, so you would need your Bless and your daily inspiration, and you could maybe hit the threshold for 1 save.
You need a total of 5.
Yep. So if you were to roll your d6 and your d4 together, you might make 1
Let's try it.
save.
I'll see if I can do the D6. I'll try the daily inspiration first.
Cool.
Oh, that son of a bitch!
Well,
of a
but that
freaking
means
die.
you get it. Yeah,
That means you get it with your Bless, though.
because you could, the minimum you'll get is a 1, and that's what you needed. So,
Callie, you have 3 saves.
Yeah. So yeah, they don't even need to do the
Yep.
quest. Okay.
So you'll make one save, Bink. Zanzidar, you have 2 fails, but I don't think you would have enough because your highest was 17 and you would need 8. Do you have
Right.
you have bless, so you'd need a total of 8 if you used your daily inspiration,
And what is the daily inspiration?
a d6.
So you could do so
Okay.
D4 and a D6.
Yep, you need a total of 8.
9.
Hey, look at you!
So that turns
Yay.
that into a 26. So now you only have 1 fail. Okay. Alright. This is going to be interesting. But fun. Alright, Lalia. For your first failure, you're going to take... Gosh, this is so much. 50 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
Your save, you'll take 25 points of cold.
Okay.
Your final fail is 50 points of psychic.
Okay. I'm not resistant to any of those, so that's 125 to Lalia.
Yep.
Got it.
And because you had 2 failures, you are going to be plane shifted.
Okie doke.
We will determine where that goes.
Oh boy.
Bink. You have a save first, so you'll take 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
8.
You then have a failure, so you'll take
Take it down.
50 points of cold damage. Does that one take you down? Was it the second damage?
25. Yeah, I only had 22 health.
To the first one.
The first one. Okay, so then the next one is going to hit, so you'll be down 2 death saves.
2?
Yeah.
Even though it's not an attack?
So the first one put him down.
Yeah.
The second one takes away a death save. The third
I
one will
see.
take away
I
a death
see.
save.
Total is taking away deaths. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So you're
Okay.
so you'll be down 2 death saves, and you're going to be plane shifted somewhere.
Wow, that is an amazing circumstance for me. God damn.
I'm now realizing the best part about this, though.
Callie,
Uh-huh.
you have a save.
Mm-hmm.
You'll take nothing from evasion.
Yep.
You have another save.
Yep.
You'll take nothing from evasion.
Yep.
You have a third save.
Yep.
You'll take nothing from evasion.
Yep.
You are not plane shifted,
Yep.
but you are still insane, and
Yeah.
I don't think anybody
Nope.
has greater to get you back now.
Nope.
Maybe Zan.
I don't think so.
So we'll go to Zanzidar.
Unless he kept a scroll.
Zanzidar, your first roll is a failure, so that is 50 points of bludgeoning.
Yep.
Your second was a save, so that's 25 cold damage.
That's the only damage that I can resist. So I'm going to burn a spell
Okay.
slot to absorb elements.
Okay.
Nice.
So it goes from 25 to 12.
Yep.
And then the psychic.
Yep, and your third was a save, so you'll take 25 psychic. You did
Okay.
not have 2 failures because of your inspiration dice, so you will not be teleported.
Okay.
So now we have to figure out where Lolly and Bink were teleported to.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm going to start with a roll. It's going to be a d4. A 1 or a 2, you stay on the material plane. A 3 or a 4, you go to a random plane of existence.
Are we rolling these?
Yes, so Lolly, roll me a d4.
Okay. Well, that would be a 3, my dude.
All right, you are sent to a random plane of existence. I'll grab that in a second. Bink, roll me a d4, would you?
What?
Okay. Bink, I need you to roll me 5 d100s.
What?
Wait. Did I just?
Yep,
Yeah.
that's right. Okay, so I'll address Bink's first. Bink, you are teleported 178 miles to the west.
Oh.
Okay. And you're unconscious, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm unconscious and I'm one death save throw away from dying.
What could go wrong?
Lalia,
Yeah.
I need you to roll another d4.
Okay.
Because there's 2 planes that this is going to... 3 planes it could send you to. Well, there's actually... I'll do 4, so we don't have to re-roll.
3 again.
Okay. Lalia,
Yeah.
you find yourself taking this damage and being bludgeoned back, and your vision goes black. And your eyes stay open, and it stays black. But then you begin to see stars, and you begin to see planets, as you find yourself standing on a platform floating in the astral plane.
The fuck?
And I'll show you where you end up.
Okay.
So, Lalia, you find yourself... I think I put it in random stuff for now. I haven't completely finished it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it not random stuff? Where did I put it? Oh no, it's astral. You find yourself here,
Ah.
standing on this platform in the middle where this pole is, staring at these structures and staircases floating in outer space. Bink.
Fucking stairs! Even in space!
Bink. You can't see where you are. I need you to make a death saving throw for me, please.
Jesus Lord.
No.
What's a tough saving throw? Is that just a D20?
It's a
or something? I
D20.
forgot.
You want an 11 or higher to stay alive, or have another chance.
14!
You have 1 save. I need you to make another death saving throw.
Oh my god. 11!
You're 2 and 2. This will determine if Bink is alive or dead. Bink, I need you to make a final death saving throw for me.
Oh.
Wait. Can I use lucky while I'm down?
I'll let you use luck.
Technically, he's also blessed. Does that count?
No.
Damn.
Death saves are their own roll,
I
but
probably lost concentration too, but.
I will let you use a lucky.
Okay.
Bink.
I'm like, lucky isn't an action or any of the sorts, so I'm like, I'm pretty sure that should work.
A couple minutes
God
pass.
bless.
A couple minutes pass, Bink, and you regain 1 hit point. So you can put yourself at 1. As you come back to consciousness, you find yourself on top of a small rock in the middle of the ocean. All you can see around you is blue.
Oh god.
Now, the final 2 people. Zan, you find yourself injured. And I'm not going to go back to the map. Instead, I'm going to describe where you're standing. You are standing on a barren sheet of rock. Where there was once a city in the top of a mountain is now a clear, level field of rubble. There is nothing left of the town you once stood on. And for a mile out, there is nothing. It has been blasted clear. No trees, no life, no vegetation, just rocks. And you see standing in front of you, head cocked to the side, staring you in the eyes, is an insane Callie with her weapon drawn. And that's where we'll pick up
true.
next time.
Oh my god.
I'm still swinging, aren't I? Oh, good times.
So when we pick up, Callie and Zan will still be in initiative.
Oh no.
I would say,
I'm dead.
Callie, if you...
Callie's crazy.
What's the chances
And
of...
restrained. So technically, oh shit, I was restrained. I failed all 3 of those. I forgot I was restrained.
No, I'm not going to count that.
Okay.
Because you... Well, make a dex save now to see if you break restrain.
Okay.
I also have a question.
18.
Yeah, that breaks it.
It does.
Yeah, it's a lower roll to break out of it. But yes, Zan.
The monk feature that lets you remove fear and charm, that doesn't work.
It requires an action.
And I can't take an action.
She
yet.
she
I gotta roll for it.
hasn't rolled to have a free turn. But also, I forgot, the gravity field disappears when it dies.
Okay.
So you would have been unrestrained anyways.
Okay. Phew.
But yes, if Callie gets a roll where she gets to take a normal turn,
Yeah.
she can cure herself.
I haven't had an action yet.
But we gotta see if Zan survives that long.
Well,
I don't think...
technically I should, because we're not that close.
Has no idea where the fuck he is.
Yeah.
Yep. Bink's on a rock in the middle of the ocean.
Wally is in
178
space.
miles away.
Yep.
That's not an easy distance to cover.
No.
Nope. And Lolly is in outer space with some sort of structure
Oh no.
floating in the stars.
And Aiden's asleep at the tavern back home. No.
Yep.
But that's where we'll pick up next week as I figure out what happens from here. So we'll see ya.